But sometimes you just got to change things up.
Did you? I don't think they'll ever change the Honolulu Blue.
I want something different. I want something. I like when teams they take that leap of faith and say, you know what, we just need to switch it up.
Would you be okay with a color scheme change too?
That's Mr. Ford's colors, Honolulu Blue. I don't think it'll ever be changed, to be honest with you.
You know, because when I think Hawaii, I think Detroit.
Honolulu Blue Silver, baby.
We were talking earlier about what you would steal if you got cut from a football team during training camp. Maz is over here saying he's stealing helmets.
Helmets, sweatshirts, pullovers, the works.
And you know what helmet I would definitely steal? That new Cincinnati helmet, the all-white Bengals helmet. Have you seen that? That is a sexy, sexy-looking helmet.
There's 14 teams that are going to have alternate helmets this year and throwback helmets. The Lions are not part of it.
Everybody had a chance to be a part of that, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody
Lions, next year, man.
But that's what we were talking about on Friday. You know, Ryan was talking about once again the Lions dropped the ball, and I said I'm not sure if they dropped the ball on that. I believe so many good things are happening right now for the Lions. It's like sometimes you got to just stem back a little bit and save some things. You know, you got Hard Knocks this year. That's a boom. That's a great thing you got going on. In 2 years, you got the NFL draft here that will be down in campus.
That's what they're saving it for.
That's hard spot. That you can see what I'm saying. You got all these things happening. It's like why don't overload right now. Save some things so they can either do it 2023 or to your point, man, they can wait 2 more years.
Slow playing
and it's the long game, man.
They will have new uniforms by when the draft hits Detroit, guaranteed.
So what helmets would you want them to bring back? Because we've seen them do alternate uniforms before. We've seen the black helmets, which I think when we put that up on our social media at Woodward Sports, everybody kind of went nuts for. I'm a big fan of those 50s throwback uniforms where it's just the flat pewter helmets.
You don't want any logo?
I would do the flat pewter with just a number on it. I think that would be a good look for us. But yeah, in the chat right now too on YouTube, what do you think? What color helmet do you want the Lions to use as an alternate? I mean, we've seen all blue, the Honolulu blue.
How about the chrome? I mean, have you seen the chrome?
Yeah, I don't love the chrome. To me, that's a little too Oregon-ish.
How about the blue chrome?
I'm not a big fan of the chrome though. I think it's a little too much. It's too shiny. I like the flat black one when they had that. Like the flat black looked really nice.
I don't know. I don't want to lose the Lion logo though. I think maybe they tweak it a little bit, but I do love.
They tweaked it already.
I like Leapin'. Go back to old Leapin'. I like old Leapin'.
I like the 2-bar Lion logo, the 2-bar 50s logo. If we went back to that, and those uniforms too with the fat numbers on them, I like the fat numbers on the chest as well.
I want something different. I want something with the big numbers. Those were good. Those were like the mid. That was like the mid 90s. That was like the mid 90 Lions, as well as those helmets as well. But I want something new. I want something fresh. Like I get it. But I like when teams they take that leap of faith and say, you know what, we just need to switch it up. Like you see what happened when the Denver Broncos went from the traditional. Blue with the orange. They went to that smooth where they had the orange stripe with the curvature, the master curvature. Blue. Oh man, it was sexy. And then what happened? Oh, by the way, 2 Super Bowls. Now I'm not saying.
Look at Tampa Bay though.
I'm not. There you go again.
That's another good example.
And I like both throwback uniforms.
You like the creamsicle for
Tampa?
And
I like the Broncos. I like Bucky Bronco. I like the D. The Bronco coming out of the D, blowing the steam out of it.
You just got to get that lead, man. Remember what the Falcons did? Oh, my God.
I like their old red uniforms.
When Vic was still there, they went from those.
Yep.
They had the white away jersey with the gray pants and the black helmet, which was cool. But when they went to that new black on black,
to me, you will never beat the powder blue Chargers jerseys. Like those are my favorite all-time NFL. What if the Lions did that? Maybe adjust our blue a little bit and go like a powder blue, like change. Would you be okay with a color scheme change too?
That's Mr. Ford's colors, Honolulu Blue. I don't think it'll ever be changed, to be honest with you.
Because when I think Hawaii, I think Detroit.
Honolulu Blue Silver, baby. I don't think they'll ever change the Honolulu Blue. And you know what? I think the Panthers got a good look, and we're similar to the Panthers. If you think about it.
Okay, I can buy that. Like a Panthers / old school Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, I can buy that in a little bit.
Did you like when you got there for the new Seattle uniforms?
Yeah,
you got there for the neon.
It was amazing. No, neon was 1 year after me, but I was there when they changed the uniforms up, when they had the white on the gray, and then they had the blue and blue. Like with those most electric uniforms at the time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, going back and talking about the Chargers, but now the Chargers have actually redone their uniforms a little bit too with that powder blue. But That's Seattle. It's another thing. You talk about changing uniforms. Seattle had the original uniforms when, not original, but kind of the newer ones that came out with Hasselbeck.
Right.
When Marshawn Lynch.
We're going to take the ball. We're going to win.
Oh, exactly. Pick six.
Best Hasselbeck quote of all time, and throws a pick six.
Oh, by the way, that guy was in my draft list. Corey Webster, LSU guy, his first defensive back for the Giants. But
I still like Hasselbeck.
Then you had the Hasselbeck. Then you get Marshawn Lynch. You still had a Hasselbeck. Then you create the new uniforms. Guess what? Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, there's something about changing uniforms and having some success.
You look good, you feel good, right?
Look good, feel good, play good. Deion Sanders, baby.
And honestly, I'm going to take this back to my Little League football team, the Walled Lake Braves.
Okay.
We were white with red one year, and we won one game. The next year, we switched to all black uniforms with red, undefeated. And that's the truth. And we all felt like badasses in our black uniforms compared to, going out there in these cotton white uniforms, and you just didn't feel tough. And, the black uniforms brought out a new side of the Walled Lake Braves. I like this comment by Duke Nukem here on our YouTube. And make sure you guys are commenting and liking if you're on YouTube. All white with blue and gray accents. What do you think of that? A white helmet for the Lions with blue and gray.
I like that. I like it.
Yeah, in my head, it makes sense. It looks good, right?
It sounds sexy, man. That's why I'm saying do something different. Do something new, man. Like, I get it. You want to keep tradition. You want to keep, Mr. Ford, rest in peace. You want to keep that going and all that. But sometimes you just got to change things up.
Did you guys see the Bears helmet that they're going to use this year?
Yeah.
The orange.
Did you see the Browns response on Twitter to that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, they were just like, real original with your color helmet. Like, where'd you get that idea?
That's funny.
So, yeah, the Bears will be rocking orange helmets with orange unis this year. And
that's for 1 or 2 games, right? For a few games. Now, Braylon, go back to the Browns. You got, not only did you get selected by the Browns, number 3 overall in the draft.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Okay. But now, would you consider
really? For real? You feel that way about the Browns? Like, honestly?
Look, would
yes.
you?
It was horrible, man. It was one of those situations where, Al Lerner, who was the owner of the Browns, he passed away, and his son Randy Lerner took over the team. Randy Lerner was a great man. I liked him a lot. He was a cool ass dude. He was just great, but he wasn't focused on the Cleveland Browns. He was focused on his credit card business, and he was focused on his soccer team, which were over in the UK. This is way before guys were buying soccer team. So he wasn't a present owner. So they couldn't get things right. They were hiring the wrong coaches. They were hiring the wrong offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators.
Well, and, not to bring this up because I know it's a sore spot, as it should be, but remember, the coach that was coaching at the time was one of the guys that said, hey, they asked me to lose.
Hugh Jackson.
Was after.
Okay.
But that was the culture, though. Like,
right.
That was the culture up until they got together, 2 years ago? They make it to play. And even still, the culture isn't necessarily all the way right down there. It just hasn't been right since they left to go to Baltimore, and then they bought the team back in 1999. First pick was Tim Couch.
So let me ask you a philosophical question. And this is
Let me get my philosophical
Yeah, no, I'm honestly glad to be able to talk to you because you are the perfect person to ask this question because you went number 3 overall in the draft. You had a tremendous college career. Would you have rather had a lesser college career and been drafted like 17 through 25 to a better team, or just the cachet of going 3 overall? What if you could go back? Would you change that?
Nah, I would.